Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I'm coming to you with another daily reading vlog. Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday everybody. It is the 24th of September. 24th of September. The orange shirt and the pumpkin just completely threw me off for what month it was. It is September. And yeah, welcome to another daily reading vlog. Some book stuff to share with you guys. I do not have a lot planned today. I just finished filming my weekly wrap up and I'm going to get that edited later on this afternoon and get that posted for you guys. We are going out for lunch for my mom's birthday. Her birthday is on Tuesday. So we're going to go out for lunch today with my brother and his wife and the kids and my aunt. And of course, Garrett and I. So we're going to be doing that. And actually, I have to leave in about a half an hour to go pick up my aunt. So yay on that one. That's the big plan for today. And then when we get back, probably just going to be relaxing. I think that there are reading sprints this afternoon on Tiffany's channel at the Beach Bum Bookworm. I'm not absolutely certain. If there is, I'll be participating. If not, then obviously I will not be participating because they won't be happening. So let me share with you guys what I'm reading. But first of all, we are having some coffee this morning in my Broomstick Runs On coffee mug. Do you sense a theme? I'm all about the Halloween, my friends. So, even though I'm currently reading a Christmas book. So, the first book that I am reading that I started last night was The Way I Hate Him by Megan Quinn. This is one of my books of the week, of course, and it is a rock star romance about a woman who knows that, like, her and this rock star, this very famous guy, they live in the same small town in Northern California, and her boyfriend at the very beginning of the book, so this is not a spoiler at all, like the very first chapter, her boyfriend kind of breaks up with her, and he's pretty dicky about it, let's be honest, and so she ends up, like, finding out, like, when he's like, pack your stuff and get out kind of an idea, that there's this box of stuff that he had packed and it belonged to this rock star because he works with the rock star. I can't remember the guy's name. I want to say it's Rowan, but I don't think that's it. So anyway, he had stolen all this stuff, like the guy's Grammy. He had the guy's Grammy, bottles of whiskey, you know, stuff like that. So Hattie, our female lead, she takes the stuff and she's like, dude, I'm going to get you in, like, you know, without telling him, she's like, I'm going to get you in trouble. But I guess what ends up happening is that she's caught with it and they think that she stole it. So she doesn't get charges, she doesn't get charged for this. She agrees to work with the rock star, like be his assistant or something like that. And I guess romance is going to fly from there. But the rock star and Hattie's brother hate each other. And because they don't like each other, Hattie automatically doesn't like him either. You know, like one of those kind of things. So yeah, this is the chunker book of the week. This is the one that comes in at 524 pages. I'm through the first chapter. The one good thing is, when you're reading a book that chunky, like last night I finished the first chapter, I'm like, oh, I'm only 4% of the way through it. That's like 22 pages. So that wasn't too bad. But yeah, I do enjoy Megan Quinn's writing, and I mentioned this in my weekly reading wrap-up when I talked about the fact I started this book. If you guys like your romance spicy, read just the first, download, this is on Kindle Unlimited, download it and read the first page. That's all you need to do. And that should tell you what kind of spice Megan Quinn writes, in case you're curious. I mentioned this again in my weekly reading wrap up. I sent a picture of it, like the first page, like I was sitting on my Kindle was sitting on my lap and I took a picture of it with my phone and I texted it to my husband. I'm like, so this is the kind of book I'm reading. He goes, I would also be interested in reading that. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying this one, but like I said, I'm only a chapter in. I also got a chapter in last night to The Paris Connection by Carolyn Keene, which is Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys super mystery. Nancy and the boys are in Paris. It's another rock star case. Actually, she is helping a rock star with his World Hunger Tour, I guess, a charity event, and there's pranks that are threatening the rock star. So I will update you guys as I get through this one. Again, one chapter in, enjoying it though. And again, I mentioned this in my weekly reading wrap up, but I do enjoy having a category romance / Harlequin book on the go. They're just really easy to read. I mean, they come in somewhere around 200 pages. You know, I don't feel like I'm rushed with them. I can take my time with them. I can read a little bit at night. And the thing is that I am trying to get these shelves organized. So what I realize is that I don't like the idea of picking through them until I get them organized. So for right now, I'm going to go back to reading some of the box sets. And I did this months ago where I was kind of trying to read them in order, like starting in February of 2022. And, I read all the Desire books and then I wanted, you know what I mean? But now instead of doing that, I'm literally doing a random pick. So I have 3 spinning wheels on my spinning wheel app. One is for the year. I go from 2016 to 2023. When we hit 2024, I will add 2024 into the mix. Months, January through, of course, December. And then a wheel that has all of the imprints, even going back to some of the older ones that are no longer being published, because those box sets are available at my library. So like the Harlequin American Romance / Western Romance line, the Blaze line, the Dare line, the Super Romance line. So that's why I have them going back to 2016. So I did a random spin last night and I got December of 2022. And then the imprint that I got was Love Inspired Suspense. So there are 2 box sets that come out for this one every month. So I just went with the first box set. And if I spin this again, I'll read the second box set. It may or may not ever happen. There are so many for me to get through. I'm in no rush. So I'm reading this, of course, on my Kobo, because that's why I love my Kobos, because I can borrow library books. And so there's the box set. So there are 3 of them. There is Christmas, cat fur on everything. Christmas Canine Unit Heroes, Christmas Crime, and that's by Leona Worth and Katie Lee. And then we have Christmas Crime Cover-Up by Dana Mentick, and Christmas Baby Rescue by Jordan Redwood. So yeah, all the Christmas books. I was super stoked because I'm kind of in the mood for some Christmas, but I kind of am in the mood for some Christmas mystery, which is exactly what this is. So the first book I started last night was Christmas Canine Unit Heroes, again by Leona Worth and Katie Lee. This is a little duology. So again, it's a 220-page book, but there's 2 short stories in there. This is the final book in this Canine Unit series, which I know to a lot of you, you're like, you're reading the last book in the series before you read any other. It's what I do, people. It's my thing. So yeah, anyway, I started this one. My bigger priority right now is reading the Meghan Quinn, but like this one I'll probably pick up, before bed, read a couple chapters, and Bob's your uncle kind of an idea. So that's my goal. I have 3 weeks to finish those 3 books, so I am in no huge rush to get them done. But anyway, yeah, so that is it, guys, for this little beginning clip. Again, do not know what else is going on today other than the lunch, but I will definitely check in with you guys later. Oh, it is also the start today of the page count reading challenge, my friends. So I will be updating you the next day. So like tomorrow's vlog, I will let you know how many pages I read for today. My goal for the week is 1,000 pages. Let's see if we can do it. If I finish just the 3 books that I had on my TBR from Friday that you guys saw in my Friday TBR video, I will have hit my 1,000 pages just if I finish those 3 books. So fingers crossed I can do it. I'm excited. I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hi friends, it is 8 o'clock at night and I just finished doing sprints over on Tiffany's channel, and I thought I would turn on the camera and just finish off the vlog for today. Very boring one, literally just me sitting in front of the camera and talking to you guys. So, reading update, not very much. So we went out for lunch. We had a lovely lunch. It was really nice. And then Garrett and I took my aunt home, and then we went to the grocery store, and we didn't get home until like after 3 o'clock, and we got home and I was just wiped out. I was exhausted. So I lay down for a nap for like 45 minutes, got up, edited the weekly reading update that went up today, Sunday, and then I jumped into the sprints at 5 o'clock. So now it's 8 o'clock. I'm done the sprints. We had dinner. Yes, but not a ton of reading has gotten done today. So I did get about 30 pages into the Nancy Drew book, which is The Paris Connection, which I talked about a little bit earlier. So I am that far into that one. The Harlequin book that I was talking about, The Love Inspired, I have actually decided to put that one down. I did some thinking about it this afternoon. Garrett and I were driving back from my aunt's, and I really kind of just want to concentrate on, like, I feel like I love the idea of having like more than one book on the go and being like, oh, I want to read this and I want to read that and I want to read all these things at like the same time. But then I get overwhelmed and I get stressed out. And that's not what reading is about. So back to the one book at a time, other than a throwback book, which is a different situation. I mean, I read 20 or 30 pages of that and I put it down. That's my usually just before bed reading. But I really just want to concentrate. So I returned that book to the library, or that box set to the library, and I'm just going to work on the Meghan Quinn, which is The Way I Hate Him. And if for some reason this is not catching my attention, I put it down and I pick up something else. But I'm not going to read something in conjunction, if that makes sense. I know I did a whole talk about like I enjoy, and I do love the idea in theory of having a Harlequin book on the go or a category romance book on the go, because I have so many of them. But the reality is you can only read one book at a time. And I know a lot of you are going to say, no, I read 4 or 5 books at a time. But technically, you're only reading one book at a time. You know what I mean? And that's all that you can do. So if I have 5 books, it just means it takes me 5 times as long to finish anything. And I've really loved over the last week or so finishing these books. So, maybe what I'll try and do is see if I can pick a Harlequin book every week, or a category romance book every week when I do my little game that I'm playing. Or, we'll see. Like I said, I think originally when I did the game, that if I finish all the books that I have before the end of the week, then I will allow myself just to pick one of those up off the shelf. That might be a fun idea too. So anyway, that's my plan. But I'm reading this. I'm only... How far am I into it? This book is very, very spicy, if you will. I'm 7% of the way through it. Not that any scenes have happened yet, those kind of scenes, but there's a lot of dirty talk. Let's put it that way. Like when my husband was making dinner, I was like, and he's like, "What are you reading?" And it's funny because also by Meghan Quinn, I have read Highland Fling. I don't remember that one being that much dirty talk in the book. So I think some of her books tend to be like a little bit more chick lit women's fiction, and then some of them tend to be definitely more romance, inspired. So I will keep you guys updated. But like I said, I do have this one on audio, so I am looking forward to listening to it as well tomorrow on my way to and from work, which will be great. But I do plan on doing a bit of, again, the other thing is that when I have too many books that I'm reading, I feel stressed out, because it's like, I need to finish all these books this week, or I need to finish all these books this month. And, I just want to be able to sit and watch BookTube, because I'm behind on BookTube, as most of us are if you're subscribed to a lot of people. And, I want to watch some of that. So I think that's what I'm going to do tonight, is watch some BookTube, maybe do a little bit of reading, and work on my sock. Like I said, it's 8 o'clock. I'm hoping to stay up for another couple more hours until like 10 as I start yawning. Sorry. It's not you, it's me. But yeah, I'd like to get some more work done on my sock, because I'd like to get this sock finished and start the second sock at some point. So yeah, so that is kind of my game plan for tonight. But anyway, guys, that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, everybody. Take care. I'll talk to you then.